Okay, hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. so this is the most requested video, most so on my Instagram. Everybody always asks this video, and so I decided to bring my husband today so that we can answer the same questions you guys always ask. And as you've seen from the title of the video, yeah, we're gonna answer the question. So the people have been asking how we, like, I know we've talked about how we met before, but we're just gonna give you a glimpse of how we met, because if you haven't watched our first previous video, you won't get to catch up with us and know. So basically, I'll say that, okay, babe? So basically, we met in Kenya, in my college. It's called Pan-African Christian University. So I saw this tall, handsome-looking man passing by us. But, like, at the same time, I was dating, so I wasn't interested in him so much. So we met physically. I didn't meet him online, okay? So, people want to hear about our love story, babe. Okay. Yeah, and talking about love story, what people want to know is, let's see, it's how we met, who asked one's number, who said I love you first, how did you know I'm the one, engagement planning, coming to the US, and then sex part. That's the most interesting part about sex. Like, we're gonna share much about it. Like, you guys, I know you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And when did you start helping me financially? So those are kind of questions people always ask and want to know about us. So which one should we start with? Like,
well, there's a list, right?
Yeah, there's how we met. I've already said that. Who asked one's number? Like,
you.
Yes, of course, I did ask for his number, and I was so confident enough for it. Like, I wasn't scared about it.
Yeah, it was like the first few sentences.
Yeah, and then, like, okay, basically Courtney was talking to my friend so much, and like me, I wasn't talking much because I was scared. Imagine, I was so scared. I don't know, I was so scared because I was dating, or I was so scared because of my English by that time. I don't know, either of the two. So I felt like he maybe had interest in my friend, so I was like, let me ask for his number. Let me ask for his number so that we can be friends, because I was in a relationship, so I wasn't wanting to date him, basically. Yeah, so that I can have a friend who's in the US.
And I only gave you my number because I'm polite.
Yeah, right? Because you told me, like, how many Kenyans did you give numbers? Like, 2?
Yeah, 2 or 3. Like, people who I worked with were the only people who got my number, and then you.
Right, yeah, so basically it's only, like, I don't know, it worked out so well. He gave me his number, and then I was trying to save it because he said it's Courtney, so I was saving it with K, and then he checked on my phone, and then it's not K, he told me it's C, so yeah. And then I was also the first one to text him. Right, babe?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was telling you, like, I ran into you again later, or the next day, I think. And then I said I was leaving to come back the next day after that. And then I said, I think we talked about, like, when I was going to land, and I don't know what made you decide to text a time. I actually don't know what time it was and what time I landed, but you texted at least when I was on the plane.
What did I say?
Hey, pal.
Hey, pal.
I've made it back home safe.
Yeah, that's what. Like, I'm one person who always concerned. I'm always concerned about a person. Like, I was so curious to know if he arrived safely, and I wanted to talk to him more because I wanted to know more about US. I wanted, that kind of stuff. I just wanted a friend who's in US. So
same with me and Kenya too, because I was like,
and I was looking pretty too.
Yeah, though it was definitely not my intention to date you at first at all.
Oh yeah, me too. I wasn't wanting to date you because I wasn't just interested in dating people of not my race. But these days I'm so comfortable. Like, I'm comfortable and I'm so happy.
I didn't want to do any long distance at all. Like, I was like, I had a hard time even considering somebody in Seattle.
Right.
And that's just like a couple hours away.
2 hours, actually.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay, now you're like a whole day's trip.
Yeah, right. Imagine, like, him breaking up with someone who's 2 hours away from him, And then starting to date someone who's like 1,000 miles away. What?
More than that even.
Imagine God just worked mysteriously. Who said I love you first?
You.
Everything is just me, huh?
I thought it was a Kenyan thing, so I was like, oh, okay. Because I know some people who are just like, like kind of friendly, like, oh yeah. Like my friend last night when we talked, like, he didn't say like I love you guys in like a pally sort of way. He said it more like a very sincere sort of way.
Yeah, I love you, Christian. I love it. I love you, Christian love. He said like that. Brotherly love.
No, he said I.
Oops, sorry guys.
I can't remember exactly
It's
how he
fine.
put it, but
Yeah, I don't know. Like after breaking up with my ex, and then he was just comforting me, and talking to me much. I started feeling like I'm getting attracted to him. And every time he sent me his pictures, it was looking so cute, and I'm like, oh, this guy is so cute. I want to date him. So the feeling started erupting.
it was a little slower for me.
Yeah, and me, I said I love you. Like, you know what I did? I didn't say like I love you like the words, but I say I and then put the love emoji and then you, because I felt so bad. Like I felt kind of shy. Like why would I tell a foreign person like I love you? And then you started loving me back.
Yeah, but the first time I said it though was just because it was like you said it, and I was like, well, I don't want to sound like a jerk, so I thought you were saying like a friendly way, sort of like as a friend at first. But then I was like, but she also wouldn't say that just like with nothing behind it. So
Right.
I was like, for me, like even before you said that, I was like, I was kind of starting to like you, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do anything with this. And,
so that means you're starting to like me too. Oh yeah, you are, because we talked so much. Like,
lots.
imagine we were friends, but we could talk. Like, I wake up in the morning, is the first thing is the first person I text. And my cue, I was dating. I wake up in the morning, I text him. When he's going to bed, I have to tell him goodnight the same way to me. Like, it was just amazing how God worked. Like, I said I love you first, yeah. How did you know I'm the one, babe?
I don't know. That one's always a hard question because, it's kind of like a feeling in a way, but at the same time, like, I don't know. You can really get to know somebody and have all your values and life interests and everything align, but at the same time, there has to be a feeling too. Even if liking somebody makes the most practical sense, you still have to actually like them. And so, I think towards the beginning there were things where I was like they're not like deal breakers, but they're uncertainties.
What are
but
the
they
deals?
were. So I can remember even.
If you're remembering, can I say how I knew like you're the one person I wanna marry?
Sure, go ahead.
But you still think, babe.
Okay.
So for me, I knew he was the one, cause they didn't put sex in front of love. Like sex wasn't everything as it is in Kenya or rather in Africa. Like you have to have sex with your partner to this, like there's this phrase that goes like, if you don't have sex with your partner, you don't know how strong the love is. So that's the thing that was ongoing in Kenya. But for him, sex wasn't everything. So he loved me so genuinely, and like we didn't have sex for like 3 years of dating.
Well, we didn't have it when we're dating at all. I guess we'll skip to that question at the end.
No, yeah. So we'll talk about sex more at the when we reach to ask that question. But for me, the first thing that made me know is the one. He didn't prioritize sex like first. Second thing, he was a God-fearing man, and he had a passion of doing what God wants him to do. I was like a weak Christian, being raised in a Christian family, and I kind of like did stuff
that was one of my initial roadblocks, because I could tell we could have some discussions and you could explain some scriptures, but I could tell you were not very knowledgeable, so I didn't want to walk into a relationship where my partner was going to be, well,
secular.
Yeah, or at least have like bad doctrine.
Bad doctrine.
And I guess you could say, well, you really didn't have much of any doctrine when we started dating. It was kind of like just very shallow.
Unlike now, right now I'm packed. I feel like I'm packed right now compared to before.
Completely.
Yeah, another thing is he was so good looking, and my taste is kind of like slim, tall. That worked out for me, and he's kind of good looking too. Except now, because he has these bad pimples on his face.
Yeah.
But baby's still cute. I'm sorry, not except now.
No, that's okay. Pimples.
You're always cute, yeah. And then the last thing is he's a go-getter. Like, he always strive for the best. He's always getting what he wants. Like, if he wants something, he'll work hard for it. And I was like, okay, he's gonna be a good dad, a good husband to me, so why not? So I decided to do the long distance. So yep. Have you thought of yours?
Definitely the theology was one part
Oh,
of it.
okay.
But also, because I don't really think there'd be many like cultural things that would get in the way. I wasn't certain about that. That definitely was a thing in the beginning. Like, wasn't for you particularly, but it was just like maybe there's gonna be some cultural conflicts that just won't work.
Yeah.
But so far there hasn't been.
Yeah. True. Yeah. True. But
Like,
if it has been, we've been able to manage them. Like,
Yeah, there are.
work it through.
There are some, but I don't even know if I could define things as like what's a cultural thing or what's like just plain old, struggles that couples go through. It's hard for me to, at least it's hard for me to know.
True. I think it's hard for me too to figure out that how like
I
the way people express love and everything stuff that I've seen here. I can't even see the cultural part of it. I feel like I'm okay.
Yeah, I think that in today's world there's a lot of blurred lines that like maybe we just see the commonalities and kind of don't really pay attention to the differences so much, or I need to stop typing this thing. I'll fidget with it. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. I know you so well.
I was looking at it. Yeah. But I'll start spinning my cup.
I'll take it away. It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't really like tell the differences so much. There's things that I don't really know unless I talk with somebody else. Like, I was talking with Jason when we saw him in Saida last, and I was asking some questions, and I was like, "Does this happen?" And then he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, okay, so that must be a Kenyan thing."
It's kind of like tribal. Different tribe there has different strokes.
Well, I mean, for some things, yeah, they're like different tribal things, but like just like other behaviors, it's like, yeah, like this is like it seems like it's very broadly Kenyan, still despite that. So it's like, you know, go, oh, okay, like not like quarrels or anything, but it's like, you know, cultural things, how people behave based on where they were raised, right?
Yeah.
And so I asked some things, and I was like, oh, okay, Cheryl does that too. So that must be a Kenyan thing.
Yeah, it's a Kenyan vibe. Tajoje mimi ni Mkenya. Mimi ni Mkenya, babe. Sijali. Who gave the first kiss?
Well, how does that work? Isn't it just both?
Oh yeah.
Do I like go, hey, I like you? Yeah. No.
So we both gave the first kiss at the airport, like the first time. Was it?
No, because I got a ride in a taxi.
Oh, the first trip, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea where it was that we met.
You've taken my lip gloss again.
Yeah, no, you did it to me. That's your fault.
Okay.
Because Moses gave us the ride.
Oh yes.
He was my
Wait,
taxi
babe.
driver.
Oh, I was with you.
Well, yeah, but at first it was like you talked to Moses and said, meet here out in Arwaz.
Oh, I didn't come and pick you at first.
No, the first time, no.
The first time I came and pick you, babe, with my friend Byron.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't at the airport.
I don't even remember any.
I do.
Okay. Engagement planning. How was that for you? Like, when did you decide you want to engage me? And getting the engagement ring and all the plans that you guys like. Oh, that was a good surprise.
I didn't know until maybe a few days before I did.
Yeah.
Because I don't think at the time at the time it wasn't any personal things like with us where I was like yes or no. You know, I felt comfortable with you. It was the idea of like it is like sometimes you just go, it doesn't matter if this person's the right person or not. Is it the right person for like, you know, finalizing this and going through all the trouble of all the immigration and all of that pain and stuff, and so it took some time for me to finally decide it, but I would say maybe a few days before, and then I just went with your cousin to get the ring.
Yeah, so guys, a quick story about my ring. So first, this ring is it white gold?
No, it's gold.
Gold. This is gold, okay? That's why I don't wear it every time. I don't wanna break my stone. So this ring, it was bought here in US. The ring that my husband engaged me with was bought in Kenya. What is the name of the store? It's an Indian store opposite.
It's one in TRM.
Yeah, it's in TRM opposite
Art Cafe.
Art Cafe. Yeah. Oh, babe.
I
You know Kenya, no.
Mm-hmm.
You know Kenya more than me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
Kenyan. Come on. So this ring.
I lived at Art Cafe.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. So he bought me the ring. He actually took my ring and then went with my cousin and then got it. And then he proposed to me in Karura Forest. Like, it was today, like today was 9th, and then he's flying out the following day. Imagine the pain. Like, being engaged, you're happy, but your fiancé is flying out, so...
That was another reason why I kind of postponed it to the last day too, because I was like, oh, what if she says no? And it's like, okay, I'm with you for like 2 weeks or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, it's the end. If you said no to the proposal, I'd be like,
that was a good plan. What if I said no? What could you have done? Like, could you have cried? Could you have been angry at me?
I don't know, but
That is so sad.
in the end, I would have been like, well, I guess this is just kind of the end then, because if you're feeling uncertain now, then it doesn't matter if you have any certainty later. Just the fact that we had this bump before this huge step, it just could never work.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine saying no to you. Like, that was my dream. Like, I can't imagine you kneeling down. So it was on the waterfall, so it was literally wanting to be at the waterfall so
and
bad.
I was slipping a lot.
Oh yeah, it was so bad. I'm gonna find a picture and insert for you guys so that you can see. And then he went on his knee. Girl was literally crying and it was an exciting moment. And then my cousin had his camera and his phone too. And my mom told, it was like something planned. So my mom told my cousin to take the pictures. So my cousin was so smart. He took a video of it and not a picture. I'm going to put the video.
We did both.
Yeah, he did both, but he was so smart. He did a video. At least we saw what happened and we were so excited. And then we went and celebrated the engagement party at Homeland. It was so amazing with just a little bit of friends, like not much people. And that was fun. And I felt good. And then the following day, I had the night I had to clean his shoes because they were full of mud, and he needed to pack them so that he can fly out. It was so sad. I was so sad.
All right, everybody, that's right.
I was so sad, like you flying out and you just gotten engaged. Okay, about sex. Oh yeah, the sex topic. Okay, we just.
Are we?
Yeah.
Did you do wedding plans?
You.
Oh, we didn't do wedding plans. Oh, you skipped a lot of topics. Unless you want to finish it.
Okay, let's do that. Then the coming to US, and then the wedding plan, and then when you started helping me. So coming to US.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Oh yeah.
Because I was going to just visit you. I was like, oh, it's been a year now, and so can't wait any longer. So just came to visit, and just days before going, they're like, oh, it's your turn, do it now or you're never gonna do it. Yeah, because like he used to come and visit me every after 6 months to 1 year, that period. So 2019 is when COVID struck. No, 2020,
yeah. 2020 is when COVID struck, and it was so bad, like he couldn't even. Do you visit me in 2020? Yeah, that was the pre-wedding year. That's when we did the pre-wedding. Yeah, true. So after that, he stayed for a while, and then he was planning to come and visit me in March. And then that March, the embassy told him, like, you need to book your appointment ASAP. If not, you're not going to get a spot. It sounded like they'd throw the case out. We had to do things so fast. And everybody was just telling me, you know what, you're going to go with your husband. It was like a fortune telling, so it happened. And we always thank God, like, it happened so fast, so quick, and I'm so happy I'm here. Yeah, it was just like a do it now and get out. Yeah, I'm so happy. Like, bam. It was really fast. Flight sucked. Well, I've had worse flights, but the flight kind of sucked. Although it wasn't too bad because I had you with me. That was fine. Yeah, and that was the best part because I couldn't imagine myself flying out to a foreign country alone. Yeah, I'd have been afraid for you. For 24 hours. Imagine, right? Yeah, about 24 hours. Imagine flying alone, getting caught up with flights, you don't know what to stuff, being mixed up, and I had like packed bags because I was definitely coming. I feel like with the timing that we went through, like, I think our
flight, they stopped boarding 20 minutes after we got on. And I think that if you went alone and I wasn't with you, you would have missed that flight.
That's so true, because you know, Kenyans are always late. Like me, oh, not all Kenyans who don't come bashing on my face. Me as a Kenyan, I'm always late. I always show up late to stuff. So
yeah, we just had to rush around, and I was like,
3 hours ahead we were there.
Yeah, we got 3 hours before the next plane, but we still had to wait for all that, because immigration and then the super long lines for
and then the baggage.
Check. Yeah, that was the longest part, I think. But
we had to buy another bag at the embassy, at the airport, because we had tons of, you know, me as a Kenyan, I'll save any little coin.
Well, I would too. So.
Oh yeah, true. But me, I'm worse. So it happened like this. So like we were there at the airport, and then we were supposed, the package was so much extra, like to the kg or other lbs that they want. So we were supposed to pay like 10K. That is $100. But we didn't want to pay that much, so my Kenyan and me and his American, I don't know, baby. We decided to buy a bag that was $30, and it's 3,000 Kenyan shillings, like to save 7K. Like,
almost, because we had to pay $40
for the bag,
for the extra bag going from New York to Seattle, but that saved us $30.
Oh yeah.
So that was our meal. Well, my dad paid for that.
Right. Me as a Kenyan, me meant to save. Me any single change, any little change. Yeah, so the next question is wedding plans. That was the best.
That was hard and frustrating.
Was it?
Kind of. Well, we didn't have much time to do any of that stuff.
Yeah. Because I got here in April. And then after that,
married in June.
We married in June. Like, we didn't take time. May, June, we married. So.
But then we did the counseling with our pastor.
Yeah. We went for counseling.
That was good. That was really good. I like that.
Yeah.
And then also having Dave and Debbie help us with everything.
Yes.
Like we didn't have any big budget or planning or help or anything, but one of my best friends' parents-in-law stepped up and like, this is our wedding gift to you, and they just like took care of most everything for the reception.
Oh yeah. Everything was taken care of for the reception. They, you know, I'm a foreigner, and you know, it's kind of like a unique wedding. It's like, it's rare to find like people of my skin tone here. So I know people were also excited to see me for the first time, and they wanted to make me feel appreciated and welcome. So people were just like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'll buy this. Yeah, and it was so exciting. Like
we had tons of friends do a lot for us.
So previously our wedding, we wanted to have like, was it 50 people?
Probably about 70.
70 people, yeah. That was the approximation of people we wanted to be on our wedding. But our wedding was flocked. Like, it was so full with so much people, and we just give God the glory.
In hindsight, with how everything went, I probably would have invited some more people.
Right? Because there was like,
there was excess. Like I was thinking, man, we're gonna be strapped and like have limited resources and everything. But then once we were like towards the end there, I was like, man, there's some people who I wish I did invite if I'd known that we'd had this much more.
When did you start helping me financially?
When we got engaged. Well, yeah, I say when we got engaged.
Right.
Because at first, well, not even that necessarily. Because like before that, I gave you and your family a gift.
Yeah.
Like a Christmas gift.
My husband is a gift giver.
And then after that, I didn't really need help much because you had work still. But then once you lost your job, then you had just a little bit of schooling left. I was just like, finish your school and then. So
basically, you started helping me after we got engaged, right?
Yeah, it was afterwards, like a couple months afterwards.
So for me, I'm also a go-getter. Like, I get what I want. So I was working. That's why I wasn't seeing the need of asking him for money, because I was making good money. Like, I literally paid my house rent with tips because I was working as a cashier in USIU, and I got some good tunes, some good money. So I didn't want him to help me. I'm one person who doesn't like to rely on someone. I'll work myself off. If it doesn't work, is when I'll ask for help. Like, I just don't want to like just cling and hang on someone for all the help. No. So basically, he started helping me a lot when I lost my job, because the COVID hit and the business wasn't going okay, and the guy was like, "Oh, we're gonna close the job and stuff." So that's when he started helping me because I was paying for my school. I paid for my school fees. So.
But then I finished paying for your school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But then you didn't have any work, so. And I was just like, well, you got 1 quarter left, just finish strong.
Yeah, so literally I was paying my school fees at the same time paying my house rent and also giving me money for upkeep. Imagine. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Sometimes I even felt guilty to the extent I was like calling him and crying, like, I don't want you to be helping me this month. Like I'd cry and I'm like, I'm just grateful for you, for God bringing you to my life and stuff. Like literally crying because I feel like I felt guilty. Like, why is he helping me when I'm supposed to do something? So I started doing online businesses, online writing, and then I stopped.
You stopped.
Actually, no.
You didn't do that.
No, I stopped.
You stopped before we even started dating.
Yeah, because you told me it's not a good thing. So I stopped, yeah. I correct that. I stopped. So he helped me all the way till now.
I think there's some other online stuff you're wanting to try out, but it just wasn't working out.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was though. Or even those just little side hustles. Like there are things, ideas you have, but just with the way it was at the time, it was just a little difficult for you to get things going.
Yeah.
People weren't buying.
Right. So we're gonna tackle like a little bit of this topic, and then we're gonna find time and discuss more in depth because we don't want to make this video so long so that you guys don't get bored.
Well, we won't even explain it because if we start explaining, then
the video would be long.
Well, then I won't stop. So.
Okay, so guys, just a tip for you to watch the next episode of this. We dated, for part 2. We dated for 3 good years, and we never had sex. Yeah, so watch out for part 2 of this story and we'll tell you how we coped. Till next time, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, share it with your friends to get encouraged, and always go for I don't want to say go for what you want, but always make a move. Sometimes it's good to do something and in the long run you get helped. I don't know if that's okay.
I think I know what you're trying to say, but
we can't say it well.
Yeah.
I know. That's how hard English is. Right now I feel like I want to speak in Swahili so bad.
Oh, dude,
but you won't understand, babe.
I won't, yeah.
Yeah, so nilikuwa nasema, so namaanisha ukitaka kitu endea, usiogope. Yeah. And one last thing, y'all. Can you just appreciate my hair because I did it by myself? I did it by myself. It took me only 5 hours, so.
Only 5 hours.
Yeah. And I'm saving some dollar bills. So till next time, guys. Hope you'll enjoy the next episode of Sex. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Again.
Did you enjoy the video?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I told you. It's gonna be fun.
But let's do our last episode because I need to make dough too.
Oh, tonight? Okay. Cutie.